Okay, so this is a new video called Limb and Bone Regeneration. So the basic premise is that it is possible to regenerate limbs or bones precisely because they're able to develop in the first place. And what is required is to simply apply all the different factors that go into natural growth and development of the human body, and then apply it to a specific region or what have you, or even organ. You could regrow organs as well, regenerate organs, limbs, bones, etc. So the basic theory is, okay, so here's the right arm. It's, it's missing or something, or, somehow got, lost that arm, or there's some sort of, birth defect or deformity or what have you. And the basic theory is that you have to apply a number of forces. You may not have to, and substances to that region. You may not have to apply every single one of them, but you have to at least, apply a good, most of them. So one of the first things you're going to need, I don't know if you can see that, but one of the first things you're going to need is substance or substances, basically, for the bones, musculature, etc. Then the next thing you're going to need is fluids. So you're going to need substances and then fluids. So those are the two basic things, which is kind of self-evident. But then as you go further, you may also need to put special gas kind of mixtures in the region, given, depending on what you're trying to form, whether it's an organ, tissue, bone, etc. And then you may have to also apply plasma, meaning, like physics plasma, not blood plasma, and to that region. Basically substances in a plasma state. So you have to have substances in a solid state, in a liquid state, in a gaseous state, and maybe in a plasma state. But also what you're going to have to apply is electricity. Sorry, this is real fuzzy. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, you're going to have to apply electricity as well to the region, the right kind of electricity. What that means exactly, what it entails, I'm not really sure. And you have to apply the right magnetic currents. You have to kind of basically, we have to map out how magnetic currents flow and how they form bone structures and as well as tissue structures and so on, which is, I've been trying to do with all the different videos I've been doing under the Nimpo Warrior G YouTube channel, which Google basically denied my access to, so I have to just kind of start fresh and just keep, an unbroken continuation of the process. But the basic thing is that in order to regenerate this limb, this right arm, the reason that it's such a rare kind of occurrence, and you only see it, say, in salamanders or whatever it is because you need all of these things. You need substances, you need fluids, you need gases, you need plasma, maybe, and you need electricity and magnetic currents. And of course, one other thing you need to have, which is well known, if you're trying to, anytime you have atrophy or you're trying to heal something, you have to have activity, stimulation, and circulation. So basically, you have to have all of these principles to regenerate this limb. All of these substances and all these forces, the basic forces being magnetic currents and electricity, maybe even specific electrotonal kind of frequencies that help you to form bone as opposed to tissue, as opposed to, veins, arteries, whatever. And then you need these raw material substances of substances possibly in the plasma state, in the gaseous state, and then, of course, the typical, fluids that will form the blood, and the solids, substances that will form the bone and the tissue and so on. And, of course, activity, stimulation, and circulation. So that's about it. That's how you regenerate a limb. I don't know all the specifics of it, but that's the general principle of how to regenerate a limb, a bone, or an organ within the human body, not in a test tube. So you just replicate the forces that bring about natural growth and development. Also, this is very relevant to any kind of situations where there's, various kinds of disabilities, birth defects, and so on. Probably we could correct 90% of these right out of the womb if we had our technology where it should be with magnetism and everything else. So that's about it. Thanks.